Welcome to the Operation Game Night podcast, Over the Fence. My name is Travis Smith, and I am joined, as always, by my co-hosts Jared and Clay. How you doing, boys?
Boom, 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 boom.
Doing good.
All right,
let
guys,
my hair down with you guys.
I'm going to point out the obvious here, okay? With the new restructuring, Travis here has had to introduce us 3 times. How does it feel to say hello to me 3 times in an hour?
I can't, live up to the expectations to come up with witty intros for everybody, because that's then 6 different unique intros.
I know,
per week.
That's a lot. Maybe the viewership's just really gonna fall off the cliff now because they just wanted to hear those witty intros. And this whole time that Travis has been here in Alabama, every time I've seen him, he's been like, "Yo, what up, my pillowy, soft-handed friend?" And he's like dapping up every time. I don't know where he comes up with it, but it's just a thing of beauty. But I just wanted to say, Clay, I can confirm those are not our planes in the intro. That's not an F-15.
Yeah, it's like an F-22 probably.
Oh my gosh. You can say that now happily because you're officially out of the military now, huh?
Yeah. You don't even care.
Yeah.
You're out of it.
Well,
huh?
I'm out, but I'm also back in.
Oh, because he's
I'm in the reserves now.
Should we go? Are we going over the fence?
Well, yeah, that's what we're doing here.
Are we over the fence now?
Episode says.
Do we take turns in the new restructuring? Is it more bantery, or do we take turns like civilized people?
I think we can just have a free flowing conversation, like 3 buddies sitting here catching up with each other. And yes, I got emailed that I was officially gained to the ALO squadron. So
wow,
got to start working on all the paperwork for that. Get a new ID card that says reserve, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I was out for about 10 seconds according to the paperwork because I was officially gained on the 30th of May. So
dang.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't say the words out loud, just blink them to me. But did you smoke any weed during those 2 hours that you were out of the military?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
No blinks needed. I'm sorry.
No, okay.
I really missed an opportunity.
Yeah. Shoot. Dang.
Okay. You have all your tough questions that you're going to ask all the high schoolers when they want to go to the Air Force Academy.
Yeah.
I'm hoping there's a booklet.
What's the toughest leadership challenge you've ever faced?
Yeah, these kids, man. I'm telling you, I read when I was at the academy. I was on the admissions team, and I read through their applications, and I was like, "How did I ever get in this school?" These people are like, these kids in high school are apparently living the most glamorous. Well, not glamorous, but just the most influential lives you'd ever know.
Yeah.
All captains of their teams, working 6 jobs. Single mom. I mean,
nope.
Yeah, it's just amazing what they were doing in high school, or at least what they said they were doing.
Yeah.
I got in trouble for marking them all so highly. The guy's like, you got to stop giving everybody like 5 out of 5 on every category. And I was like, but they're so impressive. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah. So Rachel and I volunteered to do entry interviews into the tri-state area. And so we had like 3 or 4 different congressmen that we all kind of fell under. And there was this huge group of people that was doing interviews from New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. And I distinctly remember this one kid, he came in and you could tell he's like super nervous. He's meeting with 4 people he's never met before. We're going to like grill him and ask him questions or whatever. It's not like we had any like crazy questions that were going to blow his mind. Just like, what are you involved in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we asked him like the very first question, which was like, tell us about yourself. And he goes, and he's like sweating and, he's really super nervous. He's like, I'm going to need to check my notes. So he opens up his notebook. He's got nothing written in it. It's blank. Completely blank. And then he looks at it and he kind of stares at it for a second. And then he closes it. And he goes, I guess I don't have that many notes.
Oh,
man. You feel for I distinctly remember doing my interviews like that. And it was just so painful. And they sat me on one side of a giant conference room table with like 10 people sitting across from me. And it was like just crossfire. You're in the hot seat for like an hour and a half. It's like, I don't know, May in Fresno, California, and it's 110 outside. So it was literally the hot seat. Miserable.
Did you have that experience, Clay?
It was a friendly experience, but there's a lot of people, and I did not do well. I specifically remember they're like, so what like books on the military have you read? And I'm like, I don't really read. They're like, well, any movies? And I was like, I don't. That's not really my genre of choice.
Have you guys seen Battlestar Galactica?
Yeah, I wasn't into that yet, but everything I needed to know about life, I could have learned from that show. So, if only I could go back in time.
Dude, I think I slipped through the cracks. I think it was because of the prep school. When I had to do the senator interviews and stuff, they're like, initially, they're like, "Oh, you're going to the prep school. You don't need to do it. We're not gonna waste an appointment on you." I was like, "Oh, that's weird." And so I showed up to the prep school. No one said anything. And then at the prep school, they're like, "Oh yeah, you need to call your senator and also put in for the vice president appointment and stuff." And my senator again was like, "Oh, you're an athlete. I'm not going to waste an appointment on you. Don't even come to the interviews. Like, don't even do the phone interview." So I never did any of that. Like, and all these people tell these crazy stories, and they let me slip through the cracks. And look at me.
You look like somebody who slipped through the cracks.
They really should have interviewed me. I would have been the kid that would have opened their notebook. All my papers would have fallen out. I would have started bawling. They would have been like, "Oh my gosh, kick this kid out." And so now look at me.
But there are special types of appointments. Like you can get like coaches appointments now, and there's like the superintendent appointments, and like these weird one-off ones where maybe if you don't have it and you're like, you already are 1 foot in the door with the prep school. Anyways,
I don't know. They did not interview me. They missed they missed it. They dropped the ball. They dropped the big ball. Big sweaty ball.
Speaking of those big sweaty balls, Jared, can we get a vasectomy update?
I have 2 additional sutures. It looks like a cheese grater down there. Okay. What more do you need to know? I will test in a few months. The doctor was very thorough. I think I'm shooting blanks. I don't know.
Yeah, they're not missing any cords this time.
No, okay. Here is an update for Tay. The doc said he checked. He does not think there was a third cord. He thinks that I grew back together. He thinks that the guy cut him.
Dude, you're like Wolverine.
I know. That's what I said. I said I was like Wolverine. I just heal myself so well. Or maybe he didn't actually like cut him far enough apart, and when my body, just kind of put back together, then just healed. So I don't know. So he definitely cut the linguini a lot further apart, and I actually asked for them in a vial. I'll give them to you in a week. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have them. I'm not going to show them on TV, but
I will once you give them to me.
I have this nice little souvenir.
Yeah. Do you know that I once saved my belly button lint for Clay for about a year and a half, and I did give it to him.
Why?
You did. I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me.
I kept it in one of those little, the little quarter things that you put a quarter in and you get a little toy. I got one of those. I think I threw the toy away, and then every night when I was going to bed, I'd get the lint out of my belly button. God. I kid you not. This is when I lived in Ohio, and
that's a special relationship.
And now I'm gonna give him something else in a little vial. So,
jeez.
Well, Clay, you've been busy. Tell us about your move. Tell us what's been going on.
You have a beautiful backdrop behind you.
Yeah, this is the new house. I mean, it's great. We love it, but it's been a lot getting settled. Mary.
You finally got your stuff?
Yeah, we got our stuff like last week. And Mary, in her infinite wisdom, she's so loyal to Diesel Pro. She took off one day when the stuff arrived to help and took off no more time. So it was just me trying to unpack boxes that Mary is very particular about where things are going to go. So it was a frustrating experience, but I did get my one piece in for the house. This is like a long room. It's like 45 feet long, and it's like a living room, dining room. So a lot of space in here. I said, if we're going to have this room, I need a 100-inch TV in here.
Oh my God.
I got that puppy hung. Let me spin you around here real quick.
No way.
Oh my God.
And it has been everything I could have dreamed of.
Wasn't your last one like 95 inches?
No, it was 75. Think about how much bigger this is. It's ridiculous. It's comical almost.
It's perfect for watching board game YouTube videos.
Yes.
That's what I was watching, Raccoon Tycoon, how to play on earlier.
That's incredible.
Jeez.
Yeah, but it's been good. I started at my job, my first real job last week. I'm telling you what, they get you busy quick. I was like, hey guys, give me about 3 months to in process and I'll be ready to go. And they're like, no, we need you at this leadership meeting, this site visit. I was just in it and I'm learning a ton. Construction is a lot different than the Space Force, but it's a lot of challenges and I'm looking forward to it.
Did they give you some steel toe boots?
Not yet, but I'm lobbying for them to take me out to actually carry some glass on a job.
He's pretty much a civil engineer now.
Basically.
He's one of us.
They're going to take you out to go watch the construction happen. They're like, boom, civil engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah, done. That's about it. I mean, I'm begging. That guy I wrestled with in high school, he's like the field supervisor for all the crews that go out and install glass on like commercial buildings. And I was like, oh, Justin, no one's going to respect me if I don't get out there. Can you take me out? And he's like,
mud on his boots.
he gave me a drill, and I showed him that I knew how to pull the trigger and make it go.
Checked it twice.
Yeah. So I think we're good. I think I might be going out and doing real work.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You can always tell like how long people have been at their company because they have like their issued hard hat with more stickers on than the brand new people. That's how you know. So like you just drag your like hard hat behind your vehicle on the way in that day and like stick a couple stickers on it. And people will be like, wow, he's one of the senior guys. They'll know.
Just put an OGN sticker right on there too.
Oh shoot, I will. I got some.
You should do that. You should do
American flag, OGN sticker. You're in there.
When they let you install the glass, you hang it up, you bolt it in or whatever, and then take an OGN sticker and put it on the glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Speaking of American flags, Jared, that was a moving post you wrote on Facebook.
Thank you. Yes, I was sitting there 4 a.m. because usually, my daughter wakes me up, and I was there by myself. She was still asleep. Flag Day, and I thought I would just write how I felt about the American flag. I tried to be extremely non-political, and this is a non-political podcast, so I didn't do anything, Republican. I didn't do anything Democrat. I didn't even say. I wrote about a flag incident I had at Costco, and I just left it very blank. But I just wanted to like write about that everyone in America should be, I want everybody in America to rally around the flag because it's our flag. And I want people to, feel proud to fly it in front of their house. I had actually people text message me and be like, hey, I want to say thank you for that, because I was able to put, I felt more comfortable or more proud to put my flag out and not think I was making a political statement.
Yeah.
But I was making a statement of, I am proud to be an American. Boom. So I'm glad that I did put it out there. I got really nervous and I thought about not posting it because I was also like, it's like 5 a.m. and maybe I'm not in my right head, but I'm glad I did.
No, it was good. Gotta be
True
vulnerable
patriot.
sometimes, you know?
Yeah. That's what OGN is all about.
Yeah.
And you guys know, of all people, that I just say whatever the hell is on my mind, which is a problem. Because for my over the fence, I was going to say I went home, and I realized that almost all of my nieces and nephews listen to Operation Game Night, and that
Wow.
scared the crap out of me. Yeah, they know all about my vasectomy. Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, even the little ones. So
Perfect.
I've sworn an oath to try to watch my F-bombs, even though I know Travis does his darndest to censor my F-bombs. I'm trying to be a good boy, with a better, not so potty mouth. But I'm still swagging, though. I still got my 5 milli. I still get my collar out a little bit. And when I was home, the big announcement, which you guys both already know, is the family is growing a little bit. And obviously I did get the vasectomy, so it's not a baby that is growing. We did get a little King Charles Cavalier doggy, a little puppy. And the coolest thing ever is one of my high school teachers is going to watch our beautiful little Juno for a couple weeks while we get settled in Virginia. And then Adria's going to fly back and go grab her. It's crazy. So Kadon and Dave, they're awesome people. Kadon she just retired from teaching, which is one of the most selfless jobs that you can do, I feel like, in this world. Shout out to Clay's family, full of teachers over there.
Travis too, right?
Yeah.
My parents are both teachers.
Both of them?
Principals, administrators.
So look at this. We got families galore over here. That's what I really want to do after the military, because I got a little taste of that when I was teaching at the prep school. And then you guys got to get the taste of teaching jujitsu or unarmed combat at the academy too. It's very rewarding. But for decades, Kadon was serving this community, and she continues to serve. So shout out to Kadon and Dave for watching Juno. I actually played football with their son, JD Falsliff. He played for BYU. He was hella good running back for him. So just a great family all around. But that's my big over the fence.
What's
love
going on with
being
Travis,
home in Utah. But yeah, Trav, hit us up with your over the fence.
So we moved overseas. That was an adventure. In the chaos of all of our moves and stuff, we were kind of dwindling down at work. Things are slowing down. I was getting out of there, and I had this brief appointment on base. So I go on base, take care of my business, no big deal. Not a mandatory appointment, just something I had to pop in for real quick. Then I check my phone, and I see that it is June 5th. And I'm like, today's a special day because the Nintendo Switch 2 came out today. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'm in Germany. Germans are pretty practical and not one for, buying unnecessary things like Americans are. So I thought to myself, I have a couple hours free. Maybe I can swing down to the electronics store off base, on the economy, German economy, walked in, bought a Switch 2, no problem.
Really?
Happy birthday to myself. Yeah. So all these people are lining up at 3 a.m. or whatever here in America. And I walked in and bought it day of launch. No problemo.
Dang.
Yeah. And
That's
the people that were lined up outside this store, Americans. They're all Americans. So yeah, that's the newest addition to my family is the Nintendo Switch 2, which has been great.
Is it the same compatibility with US gaming and everything?
Yep. I literally bought a new plug when I got back to the States.
Yeah.
And that was it. So yeah, pretty awesome. And
that's
definitely
great.
Worth it. Love it. Clay, I don't know if you ended up watching Our Friends and Neighbors on Apple TV, the John Hamm show where he's stealing from his neighbors. Mm-hmm. We kind of gave up on that one.
Oh no.
Yeah, It was really good until the law got involved. I talked about it like I don't know a couple weeks ago, but it's this whole like cat and mouse game where he's like down on his luck, he's stealing from his neighbors to then pawn this stuff in this like underground ring of crime. Things are going sideways, and then they introduce the law and like the detectives that are trying to catch him and arrest him. And sometimes characters don't need to be prevalent in a show to be good. It seemed like they had this law enforcement type agency, these detectives that were after him, and they're like, we need to make these guys into characters. And they like overdeveloped, and it just we kind of fell off of that one, which is disappointing. And then I do have a book recommendation though, because we got here and I was like, Books A Million is great, and I haven't been into a bookstore where I can just buy English books in a long time. So walking around, I just grabbed a random book off the shelf because I didn't have the other stuff that I was looking for, and I'm really enjoying it. It is called Between Two Fires by Christopher Buehlman, Buehlman. And it is a book that's taking place in France during the time of the Black Plague. And it's kind of like a little bit of a sad dad story where this like ex-knight kind of adopts this quasi daughter to help her to safety. But then you think you know what the story's going to do, and it zigs and zags in ways that are so great. It's like Black Plague setting, but then all of a sudden he's like fighting giant monsters and stuff. It's a little bit of fantasy, a little bit of horror, a little bit of like historical fiction. And yeah, I'm really enjoying that, and I'm tearing through it. So it was a nice surprise. Glad I picked it up. And that is my recommendation for Over the Fence.
Nice.
Guys, can I didn't talk about anything fun. And Travis talking about books and Switches. I guess this isn't really fun.
Did you get a Switch too?
No.
Oh.
But I did watch something that I feel compelled to speak on real quick.
Please.
I don't know if you saw on Max, they Surviving Ohio State documentary.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm really interested.
Yeah, the Ohio State wrestling team had a doctor that was sexually abusing them, and it went on for so long, and nobody could comprehend like why would these wrestlers let this happen. And it's just a really interesting look into how that all went down and all the layers of systemic failure that let this guy just persist there at the school. So I would check that out. Obviously, it was interesting to me as a wrestler to watch it, but there were other sports involved that it was, I mean, it's disturbing subject matter, but it was a good documentary. Well done.
This was going on at the same time that the Michigan State one was, correct? Like the
Nasser?
Yeah.
This
Nasser.
was this was like in the late 80s, early 90s when this guy was at Ohio State. So maybe a little earlier.
Wow.
Yeah. Did they just break this or something like? I
hadn't heard anything about it. I just was scrolling through Max and I saw like a wrestler in a singlet looking all dejected, and I was like, "What the heck's that?" And I watched it, and that was crazy.
It's messed up.
Yeah.
You said you didn't talk about anything fun, and then you're going to talk about like this
depressing
documentary.
But have you guys seen? We were talking about wrestling earlier, I think. Professional wrestling, Mr. McMahon on Netflix.
Yeah, we saw that.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
that was good. Holy smokes!
Hey,
I think wrestling's having like a serious comeback right now.
WWE.
Resurgence. WWE, Raw, like all those shows. Netflix, I think, streams Raw now, like on Monday. Whenever it airs, like it's live on Netflix. Like.
Yeah.
And then Vic had on a wrestler on his podcast, actor wrestler Nick. What's his hacker?
Something like that.
Yeah, that's free. It's wild.
Anyways,
yeah.
Should we get into wrestling? Should we get into like?
Maybe we should start covering wrestling. I think the audience is probably bigger.
First time I went to wrestling practice when I was a freshman in high school, I thought we were going to be doing like the people's elbow and throwing trash cans at each other, and we did like 500 up downs the first time. We didn't even like actually do a takedown or like it was like, nope, we're doing conditioning, we're sprawling. And I'm like, what the hell did I get myself?
They're just weeding everybody out. Oh,
Just weeding them out.
Guys,
But
hold on.
But I'm tough.
I got a really happy thing to talk about since I brought it down with that. Love on the Spectrum.
I love that show.
I
love that show.
I don't know if I've ever smiled so hard at
Yeah.
some of these, like when they actually like really click it off. I don't know if you've seen the whole series, but Mary and I watched like the whole thing in like the span of a few days. It was just a nice show to watch when we were stressed out. And like when Connor and Georgie were hitting it off and he like couldn't wrap his head around how amazing it was. Like he was so in love with her. And I was just grinning ear to ear. I was like, this is a beautiful thing to watch. Yeah, that is a great show.
Yeah. It's so good. I love like they go to play croquet on the first date and he's like, oh, let me show you how to do it. And he like stands behind her and he's going to show her like how to swing the mallet. Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. My hands are rough. The swordsman's hands. I'm like,
yes, he's amazing. Dude, and James just kills me. He is a character for days. Like that, that show, it just made me happy. And I'm so sad I don't have any more of it, but hopefully there's another season coming.
There was a whole trend on the Instagrams and TikTok after Abby like sang the song at the end of the season. One of the lyrics is "You're the milk to my Chardonnay."
Yeah,
because her like significant other, boyfriend, whatever, drinks like milk. They'll go to like bars and he'll like order a glass of milk.
Yeah.
He drinks Chardonnay. And so there's this whole trend about like people will play the clip like "You're the milk to my Chardonnay," and like the men toast with milk and the women toast with Chardonnay and they like chug it. It's great.
Oh yeah, that show's great. I'm glad I remembered to bring it up.
Such a feel good show.
I love you guys.
I miss you guys.
This has
been good.
This feels right. I mean, Joint Ops June was nice. It was a good break, but this is where I want to be. I want to be right here.
Yeah.
This is good.
We're back on it. Pedal to the metal.
We're back.
We are back.
Don't you dare cut us off like you've been doing.
Here we go.
No.
Oh, you got something else to say? I'll give you 10 seconds each.
Any final words? I love you. Miss you. See you soon.
Yeah. I haven't seen you guys gaming that much, and I'm hoping.
I am going to send you a quick picture of us gaming while we were watching the two girls while our ladies were getting their toes done.
Yep.
Yeah, we played. We didn't debrief it, but Unrest.
Oh.
And we both played with both characters, asymmetric board game. Both also took turns winning on the last possible moment. That's how well balanced of a game it is. It's awesome. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Well, shoot, I thought I was going to get a text every time you guys were playing the game, so I could feel like I was there. But I guess you guys
we've been a little busy too.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Live streaming a little bit more for you. Sorry.
Yeah, I want to be there. I want to feel it. I want to know it.
Well, maybe in September when we all meet up in Vegas.
Whoa, World Series.
World Gaming. Anyways.
All right, I'm hanging up.
Let's go back inside the fence. I've been Travis. He's been Clay. He's been Jared. And we're out.